Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to our Friday Craft Corner Facebook live stream. I hope you all have had a wonderful week and that your weekend has a lot of fun in store. If we haven't met before, my name is Kat and I'm an interpreter with the Sonoma-Mendocino Coast District. Today on our live stream, we are going to make a tiny little paper octopus. He's so cute. It's so much fun. Thank you for joining me. Before we get started, I want to let you know that for this craft today, you are going to need tape, a marker, scissors, and some paper. If you really like this rainbow paper that I'm using today, in a past Friday Craft Corner, we learned how to make this together. So check out those videos and you can have rainbow paper to turn into your octopus friend, just like I'm doing today. Any kind of paper will work for this craft, so look around. I'm sure you have something near you. Before we really get started, I also want to say thank you to the Mendocino Area Parks Association. They are our nonprofit cooperating association for the parks here on the Mendocino coast. They help with an amazing amount of projects. They're absolutely incredible. So thank you so much, Mendo Parks. Now let's get started making our rainbow octopus. I'm going to go ahead and pan the camera down so you can see what I'm doing with my hands and follow along if you like. All right, so very first thing, you can see what kind of size paper I'm dealing with. Just about the size of your hand. And this is really only going to affect the size of your octopus. There's no wrong answer here. Your very first step is you are going to cut off a rectangle corner of your paper. Just like this. Maybe about the width of your thumb. There we go. Since I'm outside, I'm going to put this in my pocket and make sure that it doesn't blow away into the park. Now, we know that octopus have 8 legs. So that's exactly how many strips we want to make sure that we cut with this part of the paper, with the part that's missing that rectangle. If you want those legs to be nice and even, I find it easy to go ahead, so let's cut that in half. Now we have 2 tentacles. Cut both of those in half. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and cut each of those in half, and you're going to have your 8. And you're making sure as you're cutting that these cuts, it's a little hard to see on the rainbow paper, but these cuts are lined up with where the top of this rectangle has ended. It's a little easier to do your drawing before you roll it up into this shape. So I think my octopus is very happy today. So you just draw a little smiley face. And then you can see from our example here, I also created some of those little suction cups all the way down on each of the tentacles. Those are easy to do, just little circles all the way down each one of those strips that you've created with the scissors. Almost done. As you can see, this is just a nice easy craft. Maybe it's a fun way to decorate an ocean themed room. If you have any kind of maybe a house or family get together, this might be a really fun decoration. Alright, so now is when we start making our octopus 3D. I want you to take your tape and you're going to tear off a piece that's just about as long as your paper right here. Alright if it's a little bit longer like mine is. Oops. Alright, so I have that attached to one side and you just very simply roll. Now this is the part I want you to look kind of closely to. You want to make sure that these tentacles are lined up right there. And that's where you tape it. Now I have a little bit of tape overhanging right here on the top. You can just fold that down for a little additional support for your new octopus friend. Alright, your very last step for this craft is to take each of these little paper strips and just roll them up. So they sit just like that. And you're going to go through and do that for each and every one of those little paper strips on your octopus friend until he looks a little bit like that. All right. Thank you everyone for joining me. Corner. Thank you everyone for joining me on this little Friday Craft Corner. I hope you have a wonderful weekend full of safe and healthy recreation, making sure we're keeping that nice physical distancing between us and anyone that might be around us. Have a great weekend. Again, my name is Kat. Thanks for being on this Friday Craft Corner.